Hi there, join me in this video when I'm at Anderton Nature Park. Thanks for joining me, it's great to see you again. Today I'm at Anderton Nature Park and behind me is the Anderton boat lift. Now at the moment it's closed, the attraction doesn't open till 9:30 and at the moment it's only 20 to 9. So I'm a little bit early to see this, might get to see it later in the day, but I'm really here for the nature park. Now I've never visited here before, despite it being quite close to where I live. It is a large area and it borders onto the Marbury Country Park as well. So there's a massive area to try and explore today. I'm sure I'm not going to do it all, but just walking down here from the car, I've seen moorhen, mallard and some swans here on the Trent and Mersey Canal. So I'm going to have a great day today exploring this huge area, and I know that I'm really going to enjoy my photography. This area is full of lots of interesting historical interest, and it goes back to 1777 when the Trent and Mersey Canal opened, which links Stoke-on-Trent to the Mersey estuary. And this area here was used for the extraction of salt. Now we're also bordering the Weaver River, and the Anderton boat lift that was built in 1875 was used to lift vessels from the Weaver River up to the Trent and Mersey Canal, and it's a really unique piece of Victorian history. I'm about to embark on the Dragonfly Trail, which is about 3 miles along a really nice path, and it goes down by the side of the River Weaver and then back up along the Trent and Mersey Canal. So I do stand a chance of seeing lots of wildlife on the way. Behind me is a really attractive area. This pond is set aside as a dragonfly conservation area, but unfortunately, even though I've been here for about 15 minutes, I've not seen any dragonflies. There are some fish in the pond, and in the trees surrounding this pond are lots of goldfinch, but unfortunately they haven't really come close enough to take a great photograph. I've got 1 or 2 photographs, but nothing really spectacular. Before I came out this morning, I was reading some comments that people have left on the channel, and I really do love reading them. I don't always get a chance to get back to people straight away, but I do try and reply eventually. And somebody called British Roadster this morning had left a comment saying how much they enjoy the channel and that it really calms them down. And I think that's great that people are getting benefit from what I do. And if you do enjoy the channel, you can also leave a comment and also do me a really big favor by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications, because it really does help me out and it makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. Now I've got some nice blackberries here and I'm going to enjoy these before I move on.
Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river.
At the moment I'm walking alongside the River Weaver, which is just behind me, but everywhere along this path are signs of the industrial past of this site. Just here, hiding in these weeds, are some pipes. Now these pipes were used to transport the water from the salt pans to the processing work, and everywhere along this site are these pipes. I really do enjoy visiting these reclaimed sites because this scene here behind me probably looked very different just a few hundred years ago, and now nature has been allowed and encouraged to take over again and restored it to its natural beauty, but there are paths alongside, so it's very easy access, so everybody can enjoy this wonderful landscape. When you're taking photographs of birds, you do need to keep your ears open and your wits about you, because I was walking down this path and just where my hand is on this fence a few moments ago was a thrush. But unfortunately, these grasses were completely obscuring it. So I did what I don't normally do and edged a little bit closer, and luckily the bird wasn't scared off and I managed to get a clear shot from a closer distance without the grasses in front of it. So a bit of luck there. On the river just behind me here is a spot where it widens out, and there's been some black-headed gulls and some mallard. Now they've been fairly easy to photograph because they've been fairly static, but there's also been some house martins flying about. Now those have been virtually impossible to photograph. I think I've got some video of them darting about, but they were so quick I couldn't really lock onto them, and I did very briefly get a glimpse of a kingfisher that darted into a hedge just by the side of the riverbank, but it didn't come out again.
So come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees.
I'm now halfway around the walk and I've arrived at Neumann's Flash, which is a large lake where the salt was extracted from. Now, I was expecting to find a lake here, but what I wasn't expecting are blinds and hides, which I'm in at the moment. Unfortunately, this isn't very useful because in front of the hide there are very long grasses, so I can't see out onto the water, but I have just heard, and I did see, a reed warbler, but it flew across the top of the reeds and dropped down into them, so I don't think I stand a chance really of photographing that. This blind is a lot bigger than the previous one, but sadly suffers from the same problem. Grass is in front and the water is a long way away, and so I have seen some Canada geese and some godwit on the far side of the lake, and there are some very vocal lapwing just around the corner that I've seen a few of flying about, but again they're too far away to really take good photographs, so it's more of a bird watching hide rather than a photographer's hide. It is getting to that time in the day, unfortunately, now where my energy reserves are starting to dwindle because I've been here for 4 hours. It's the middle of the day and it's getting quite warm, and I've not been seeing loads of birds. I've got some birds. I've just managed to get a butterfly while I stopped and had a little bit of a rest. But at the moment, not a lot to see, and I am on my way back, but I'm going to walk along the Trent and Mersey Canal back to the boat lift. So we never know, we might see something along the side of the canal.
As always, what I'll do now is I'll leave you with some of my favourite photographs from the morning.
You can see the impressive structure of the Anderton boat lift, which is behind me. So that means I've come to the end of my journey this morning. I've had a great time, and it's been a lovely place wandering around Anderton Nature Park. Unfortunately, I didn't see quite as many birds as I'd hoped to, but then it is the wrong time of year for it really. In the middle of the summer, with the leaf canopy being so dense, it does make it very tricky. But I've had a great time and I've really enjoyed myself, and you know my motto, as long as you enjoy yourself, that's all that matters. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that video, and if you have, let me know down below in the comments, and up over to my Instagram or Vero account, that's at Oakden Photography. Leave me your comments there, and you can also see lots of my photographs. Now, if you like what I do on the channel and you want to help support me to make future content like this, then you can leave the gift shop. That's at Teespring. There I've got a range of merchandise on offer, so head off over there because the purchase really does help me out and it's very much appreciated. But you don't have to spend any money at all to support the channel. You can do that simply by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications. It really helps me out and it makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. Watch out for next week's video. That goes live on Sunday. In the meantime, you can go and check out this video just up here. But all that's left now is to say, stay safe and I'll see you soon.